Alright, what's up, everybody? Just want to give a update what's been going on. I got a letter from my lawyer saying that my SSI got denied again, and this has been going on the last 9 years. Where did I put it? Hold on a second. Oh, here it is. So it's taken me. I had a bipolar mental breakdown, but then also just a nervous breakdown. And if you ever had one like that, um, everybody probably has at least one or two in their life. But if you have ever had one, you know how raw and shot your nerves are. Like our 9/11 survivors. I'm particularly talking about the people that were there on site, the witnesses, all of that. And of course, it hurt the soul of our entire country. But no matter what level it is of severity, it can make your nerves so raw that you are always sick, can't use the bathroom, you're nauseous, you're just kind of shaky almost. Your body is just telling you whatever's going on is at a peak. So Beatty Prophy and Odea, PLLC. And just so you can see that I'm not lying, that's them right there. That's what I just read to you. And it's dated I don't mess with mail. April 30, which is like a week ago. Dear Justin, regards to your, I guess RE in bold means, then it says, I guess it means regards, Social Security claim. We received the denial notice in your Social Security claim. The forms to file the appeal must be filled within 60 days from the date of the denial. Please immediately call my assistant for a phone or Zoom appointment to complete and sign the necessary appeals form in this matter. It's signed by my lawyer. So when I get off here with y'all, I'm gonna call and leave a voicemail for her to call me or call her back. But basically, the nervous breakdown has caused all of my ailments to come on at once. Not my Crohn's, it's been in remission since I was 13, thank God. But if you don't know, it can spread from your throat to your anus. And essentially, it's kind of like necrotizing fasciitis, but the stomach version, except that it's not 100%, well, it can be 100% fatal is a bad example. It just depends, but it's chronic, so it could be just mine's been in remission since 12, but I've had 6 brain surgeries for the trigeminal neuralgia. And then other people have 1 or 2 surgeries for the neuralgia or procedures like nerve blocks or whatever, and then they're fine. So with chronic pain and chronic serious illness, it varies from person to person. And then also I've been without most of my medicine, like my gabapentin, so my nerve has been absolutely horrid. Because people think you might think that painkillers are a cure-all, but they're not. most times are like a band-aid to the pain. I can feel it right. I can feel the pain is really, really like uh, faded right now. But when it gets like when it's going like that, like this, all of that, um, that's where you got to have the gabapentin for the nerve pain to like get deep down in the root because your nerves is the root of your pain. Um, but then when I wake up, usually if it feels like I'm being tortured in the worst way you can imagine, uh, that's when I take a painkiller. So it kills the pain. Like Jamie Lee Curtis or Laurie Strode says in Halloween Kills, she said makes the pain go away, and it does. Um, but there are times where I take the gabapentin and the hydrocodone in like a relatively close proximity because if you don't get it under control, it just goes out of control. And unlike like a headache, it'll kind of come to a point and then it's kind of level, and then you take a leave or whatever, and then within like 30 minutes or so, it'll start coming down. But the neuralgia pain just goes up and up and up and up and up and up and up. That alone by itself, I went on Reddit and I had a friend that I met that was a family member of somebody that has what I have, and they had to remove all the firearms out of the house because the dad was that close to stopping the pain. So this is worse as it gets. I'd rather have a terminal illness, honestly, and then just die and know that the pain will be over at some point, versus this because it's like, um, you don't want to start getting on like I passed the thing to get a pain pump, which is really extensive. Um, uh, but I'm extremely leery of anything outside of anesthesia or pain medicine for surgeries and stuff at home. Because an overdose basically is like you fill a balloon up of water and eventually it busts open. And essentially, so like generally something that makes you like high, quote unquote, the balloon will start, the high will start expanding like that. And the more you feel it, the more it's like, oh, this is the great thing. But what people don't realize is that when somebody overdoses, and I've seen this firsthand with my mom, like all the time, like a daily, weekly thing, monthly thing, multiple times in the month. Um, I guess there's ways that you can amplify just like like a one painkiller or one uh, upper or downer. Kind of like different strains of Dozier that has like different, like make you calm, make you energetic, make you paranoid, whatever. That's fun. If you know I'm joking, you know I'm joking, but basically your body just literally gives out because the balloon burst, and that's basically your life is like exploding into death because maybe not amplifying it, but like a chemist or somebody, like a pharmacist, whoever, they know literally the compounds and the stuff to mix it up. So it's pretty much like doing like a Full Metal Alchemist get high on your prescription supply or whatever thing. But the point is that um, because I've not had like I was supposed to go on the 10th of last month or whatever to go to the doctor, but then my cousin was late because of traffic, and I told her I need to be there by 10 o'clock. So my appointment was at 10:30, and I can't be late because I got to fill out the new patient stuff. So she was late, and then we're about to turn to go over there, and they're like, you need to reschedule. So that basically meant that I was going to be out of my gabapentin, and I didn't get it till today. So I've been without it since, um, or refilling it since like 2 weeks ago. And so your body like goes into self-preservation mode, and you're living, you're surviving, but then other things are hurt, are suffering, like duality, I guess. And I'm so exhausted that it's exhausting to even try to lay down, and then I can't sit up and I can't do anything because of my scoliosis. You can see my posture now. And I try to sit up, but it takes so much out of me to actually sit up that I'm better. And I did this because of school. I hated school. It's useless. I don't care about. The only thing, temperatures I need to know about is if it's too hot or too cold, and if it's going to freeze or not freeze. That's it. All the other stuff is useless. We shouldn't be learning about Columbus. We should be learning about our country's, our soldiers and our military that sacrificed everything. And the Bible says there's no greater honor than to lay your life down for a stranger. And not that our military are strangers, but just the principle of it. Just flip it around and apply it to die for one of your brothers or sisters in battle. And some people, I had a army backpack when I was riding my bike everywhere with Auntie Lois. And she don't live like too far, maybe like 30 minutes from me, 40 minutes. But people are like, you in the military? Because I'm kind of tallish. I'm 5'11" and a half without shoes and 6 foot with shoes. So on my dating profiles, I just say 6 foot. Because it's true. Because shoes give you a little half an inch of height or whatever. Boots are different. And so I just don't trust the morphine stuff or whatever. Definitely not Dilaudid or fentanyl, like hell no. But the thing is different. Like if you go into an ER, you can request a certain pain medicine if you know that, like, based on what you're having, like if you have back spasms or a slip disc versus like arthritis, you could take morphine for arthritis and then go get like some other stuff and go see your primary doctor and get like a week or two supply of pain medicine or nerve medicine, whatever. But if you like slipped and fell on your back on concrete at work or wherever, you're going to want like a Dilaudid or fentanyl or something stronger because it's going to kill the pain quicker. And the fentanyl is what had killed Prince and stuff. I don't know if it was a pill form or if it was liquid, but then Michael Jackson was doing the propofol stuff. And that's also how I get when I get so stuck in survival mode that I wear myself out. I've been staying up for like a day and a half, 2 days in a row up until 2 weeks ago. And like from now on, I'll just keep my Twitch stream on, and hopefully I can get some money coming in that way. But no reason not to. But that way y'all can see when my health is bottoming out that I'm not just saying it. You can see, like, if you see me just laying down and I'm not moving, it's not because I'm like tired or nothing necessarily. It's because I'm in that much pain and I can't get up. I take care of the cats. Always. That's the first thing I do. They're number one, no matter what. But I've been just taking care of them because I can't take care of myself. And I just want to say one thing that's the most important thing that any mental health doctor will ever hear. Any doctor, but especially mental health. I basically told my doctor that, and they're both blonde, and they're about the same age, and I haven't seen one in like 2 months, I haven't seen the other one in like a year. And I did one appointment, they were like 30 minutes apart yesterday, from like, it was like 1:20 to 1:40, and then like I did one at like 2 o'clock or something. And so I was like, wait a minute, I already talked to her. I was like, oh, wait a minute, this is a different doctor. And I said to her, woman, I'm going to marry you. No, I'm joking. One of them's married, I know, because I seen the ring on her finger. I'm just screwing around. But one thing I realized with my back, if you see, I was talking about I can't even lay down. This bar, like right here, this is the bar. It's supposed to lay flat, and you can see it's pushed in, like sticking up. Let me see if I can get some more stuff on here and top it here for them. I don't want them laying on that like that. I'm sorry, Joker. I'll get it off in a second, okay? You okay, Eno? Yeah, the baby. But so I was like, wait a minute, I wonder if I can just take this off of here and just sleep on the mattress, and so that's what I did, and it's a lot more tolerable. But like I said, Tiana weighed like 260 and Regina was like, she said she was like 312 or something. I don't care about weight or nothing. I mean, I feel like everybody should be at a healthy weight. That's the way the Lord made us. But at the same time, if, you know, it's your body, your free will, you can do whatever you want to do. I just would want to try to point somebody in the right direction. Like if you weigh like 250 and you're a woman, you can get down to like 220, 210 and still be a little thick, but still, you know, be at a healthier weight. Because depending on your body type, you're supposed to be height and weight proportional, preferably, but some people have like short legs and super long arms or whatever. He's waiting to lay in here. Hi, Eno. Daddy, wake him up. I'm sorry, buddy. I know about it. I'm getting you and Harley a little boudoir. A little lover's nest. Oh, I got some pictures in the video, I think. Definitely pictures of Harley. Me and Harley watching the Harley Quinn movie, Birds of Prey. I think it's the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn. And I was like, Harley Quinn, finish him. It's like when she was, oh, look at that. The only time my bat's ever been really, it was raining and she threw the bat at the guy and it flipped over and it hit him. I was like, finish him. And it hit the dude and knocked or killed him or whatever, knocked him out. And I was like, superb. Harley Quinn wins. Flawless victory. But as you can see, I don't have money to do laundry. I only done laundry like 2 times in the last year. I have $5 to my name and my rent's past due $15.70. And I'm probably gonna get an eviction notice for like to pay it by this date soon. So it's taken me my whole life to get to this point, and I've literally done everything I can do. And I kind of thought about getting a roommate or something in a different place, or I don't know. But there's this one chick named Blue that was supposed to meet me before I moved in here to look at a place. And she kept asking, like, so what kind of girls do you, because I was just trying to be her roommate, and then she was like, what kind of girls do you like, and are you sure you don't want to have kids? And I'm just like, and then like sometimes, like my former best friend Clay, he was in love with me, and it's like I can't have a friend, a guy or a girl, and sometimes it's like, often it's like some kind of little weird situation, and it don't bother me or nothing. It's just not literally not what I was even, the whole point of what I was trying to do. And because at this point, if I don't have some type of financial breakthrough, this is getting to the point where it's not sustainable. So I think a lot of y'all forget that aren't in this situation as often, or haven't been in it as often, or even once, that people are like, sell this, sell that. Well, if I sell everything, then I won't have anything to use as a resource to do anything. So that's not logical. Same way I can't pawn everything because I need like my computers and this and that, and because I use all this right here to do my community and social media and all this. I'm about to look how to do monetization on Discord. It keeps bringing up a thing. I don't know how it works. But let me check their food. I got food, I got them fresh water, I got everything vacuumed. But even doing part of that, because there's pillows in there too, everything's filthy. Yeah, they got about a month of food in there. But if you could donate for their food, that'll work. But right now, I got to get the rent paid. But and she knows I'll pay it somehow, some way. I'm really not trying to do no webcam stuff, but it's like asking you shall receive and pray and this and that. It's like I'm doing all that. I don't need y'all to keep telling me that. I've been doing this shit since I was little. I appreciate the sentiment. I appreciate the support, the good words, all that. But it's not called you got to do what you got to do to survive for no reason. So to me, it's like, well, if God's not going to help, and I'm praying without ceasing or whatever it says, if God's not going to help for whatever reason, then I can't not have my place and my cats. Because if something were to happen to my cats outside of them dying naturally, the rest of my life ain't going to be nothing. I'm just going to be a dude breathing and all this, but there ain't nothing, there's literally nothing else to do nothing for. There ain't no reason. And then when you say that, like, oh, what are you going to do? Kill yourself? No. Did I say that? You're assuming shit. Why don't you ask somebody? If you have to assume something, or if you think that's what you need to do, ask the question, because 99% of the time you're wrong. Because you're just going by what everybody else says. Like, oh, mental health stuff and this and that and da-da-da. If I wasn't talking about factual things that I got documentation of, showing you this process, then you could start assuming maybe. About whatever. But I'm extremely literal. There's no way you can misunderstand what I'm saying. Like if I say, this is my favorite ketchup, I don't eat no other ketchup but this, and then you always see me eating it, you can't be like, oh, well, do you like the Kroger ketchup? That's ironic because I do like the Kroger ketchup, but Heinz is my favorite. Only reason I got it is because I had to get it off Amazon and there was the cheaper price. Because not Walmart, Bezos be selling a lot of organic stuff and I don't mess with all that. But I had to put my salsa in here and this coffee filter because I can't wash these dishes, and I'm gonna get these in here and load this up. Like I'll wash these and I'll put them back in there. I take them out and then I use them. Because at this point, I definitely do need like somebody to help clean up around the house and stuff like that. Because I'm totally disorientated and dysfunction and just not even overwhelmed, but I'm way past that. My body's just tapping out. So if you sit there and do everything you can to be the best you can be or give yourself the best chance, you ain't got shit to hang your head low about. And I don't think y'all be hearing what I be saying. Y'all just be like, oh, you're desensitized to it, but when you're going through it, you're not desensitized to it. I was watching What's Love Got to Do with It, and then all that with Ike and Tina, or Ike on Tina, was reminding me of all the stuff that me and my mom went through that I saw. Same stuff, every day. Before I was born, since, 2 or 3 I could remember. I think more like 3. But then I forget, like, how big and how developed a 3-year-old's mind is. 3, 4, they can pretty much talk. They still got baby talk, but they can talk. They can start spelling and reading and learning. Like, kids are not dumb. They're very intelligent, at least most of them. Some of them just ain't smart or have a learning disability like me. Everybody ain't built the same. Just accept somebody for who they are and stop trying to make them something they're not. But I'm not a parent, so I can't really say nothing, but that's just my own opinion. If you want your kid to be a lawyer like everybody in your family, but they want to be a doctor, let them be a doctor. If you want to play football because you're from Alabama or whatever, and that's what y'all do, but they want to play basketball, let them play basketball. It's their life, not yours. And the parents that be doing all that helicopter obsessive stuff, like with John Bonet, it's like their parents are either wanting money or they're like trying to live vicariously the life that they didn't live, and they're living it through their kid. So your kid might as well just be a robot. Bunch of Chewbacca dads having little 3-year-old, CP 3-year-olds. Oh, that was cold-blooded. Doing their bidding. But and even when things do work out, the whole process to get to a regular situation where I would just be working. Like my landlord is so great that she gave me this huge dresser for free. Didn't even ask her. She gave me a little cat thing for Joker. All types of stuff she helped with. My bosses Kelly and Tanya got this walker for me from Pizza Hut, and they bought me a lot of food all the time for free. And then my former girlfriend Janine that passed away, she got me this for Joker. And Harley Quinn has an orange one. I gotta find it. Look, Joker. Remember Janine got this for you? Hers had a heart attack. And we had Little Man for a while? Yeah, we had Little Man for a while. It's okay, you know. I hope you don't think that's his baby. What you think, you know? It probably still smells like her too, and like Little Man, that might be why. So it's like the situation with Radina and all that she shouldn't even been a thing because Janine died. So that's the type of shit I'm talking about, y'all. This shit's like random. And it's not just like a random, like, oh, she got sick and she's out of the hospital. She's fucking dead, man. Are y'all hearing what the fuck I'm telling you? And it's like this all the time. I'm not making this shit up. This is real fucking shit. Oh, you think I'm lying? Let me show you the obituary and the funeral pictures in the video. Fuck out of here. Because motherfuckers just assume that somebody's making some shit up for attention. I don't even like saying that word, clout. It's the most retarded word I ever heard. Because all that indicates for younger people is money and sex and this and that. Fuck all of that, man. Don't mean shit. Y'all need to quit following these lame ass niggas out here and these lame ass trick or treats and all that shit and be your own person, man. Fuck what somebody else talking about. Do you, nigga. Do you. Are they paying your bills? Are they there when your family's sick? Are they helping you try to do better and get out of the hood or the trailer park or the slum or wherever? Because y'all ain't realizing the Ice Spice and all of them, the shit they got to do, like Kanye said, the prettiest people do the ugliest things. And like with Kanye, he was a whole different soulful brother. I've been working this grave shift on a spaceship. I wish I could fly away. But you can't sit here and just, like I asked Radina one time, do you think it's unfair that I never give my dad credit for the good things he did and only knock him for the bad things? She said, yeah, that's not fair. I don't want to fucking hear that shit. My dad's supposed to be the protector, and he's the assassinator, the brutalizer, the Jekyll and Hyde type shit. The giant man, 6'4", 350 pounds at his heaviest. Like, come on, man. Little niggas this big? How big is a 3-year-old? Like this big or some shit? I don't know. Them little niggas is little as shit. So imagine if you're a 6'4" man and you punch your kid like Mike Tyson all the time. Just imagine that. Are y'all hearing what the fuck I'm saying, man? So when I'm getting emotional and shit and I'm saying shit, y'all ain't understanding. If you've been through it, then you understand the shit. But if you ain't been through it, you don't understand it. It's like over and over and over and over and over and over. Because I got everything triggers me in some way. So I just got to turn my mind off. So if I am getting that upset, it's not necessarily the bipolar. The bipolar just amplifies it and makes it worse if I'm in a dire mood. But it's all that visceral, guttural, literal trauma and pain and shit. And can't no motherfucker just make their brain stop working and turn that shit off like magic. Because then we wouldn't have nothing to appreciate and praise God for. Because it's like, oh yeah, you remember when you almost got hit by that train? Because it appeared out of thin air and almost hit you on some Final Destination stuff. And, you know, now you're traumatized by trains when you see them and you can't watch Unbreakable. Or is it The Sixth Sense? Unbreakable, yeah. Or Mr. Glass, Split. I think it's those three. But Unbreakable is the movie thing. And then it's like, he saw that hot chick, the sports chick that was like into the same stuff he was. And he took off his ring. And she said something like, are you married or this or that? And he was like, nah. So then it's like, that's why I say a woman ain't as serious as I am. You watch my stream, you ain't got to know me. You watch my stream, all the stuff I say, how I am, what I do, how I operate, Bible, all of that. That's 100% me. I ain't never cheated, done nothing like that. Now, one time in high school, I was with Megan and then we broke up. And she was like the type of girlfriend that was loyal to the soil, but she also was like that Puerto Rican obsessive shit, which is okay. It's kind of cute, actually, to a point. Like, she wasn't crazy or nothing. But, like, she would be, like, at my locker right there, just... And I was listening to, like, one thing that triggered a good memory, I was listening to Grind on Me and Pretty Ricky and all this. And then I thought about... And a lot of this stuff is just, I just have so much going on in my mind that I don't remember it until I remember it. But so it's all there. I just got to go and pull it out of the file, so to speak, like in Doctor Who or Doctor Strange or the last part of The Shining or whatever. And she snuck me into her dad's house, and we got down in her room, and then like I snuck out, and I was like, Megan, you like the had got a nigga killed. Your daddy would have killed a light skin. Which is funny because she's got back in touch with her dad and they're around a lot. So if he would have seen me, he wouldn't have been with her now because he would have been locked up. That's not funny, but it kind of is. But my psychiatrist said to, and therapist said try to focus on the good things and this and that. But it's really hard to focus on the good things when it's hard to have faith and a positive attitude that, oh yeah, this second surgery is going to work. Oh, the other two didn't work, but the third one. And by the third one, you really didn't give up all hope, but you got everybody trying to say all this stuff, which is all great. And it would be fine if it actually came to fruition, but sometimes it doesn't. And it ain't nobody's fault or nothing. It's just how it is. But at a certain point, you got to check people and bring them to reality, to your reality, not to them like just being cliche or whatever, which I understand. But anybody that's went through a real struggle, really bad stuff, knows that the shit wears you down. And just because I can carry a whole thing of luggage up 20 flights of stairs. It's funny I use that analogy when I can't even get past, I can't even get, I think I'm done with him. Yeah. When I can't even get, up my 3 stairs. But and then my cell phone was supposed to be off like on the first, but somehow it's still on. So then, like, once my cell phone's off, I can't contact my doctors and stuff. And like, yeah, you can use the text things, but then everybody else, I have so many doctors and my lawyer and this and that, so many health and legal things with my trying to get my finance or my disability and SSI and all this stuff. And it's not just them, but it's like agencies and the government, all these different people calling me that they don't have the number. So when they call and they can't get me, it becomes a problem. And they think that I avoid them or not, I'm being negligent. So it's like everything's always out of whack. And I've worked, like with my back's been killing me. I'm supposed to go and get injections. And that same day, the office got bought out and they didn't give no notice. Had the most nastiest, most CUTNEESEZZ, and I don't ever call a woman that. But the way they were acting, it's like some little 20-year-old something light skinned chick that definitely ain't been through shit because I can tell from her attitude. You can tell when people have been through shit, trust me. Real recognize real. But when you just got that fucking prudy, snooty, this and that, cutest booty shit went on with, especially light skinned females. She might look like a baddie on the outside, but she's a mean spirited person on the inside. She needs to fix herself. But instead of cussing out and let her have it, I was like, all right, Lord, I'm going to let it go. But I'm going to get off here in a second because my nerve is starting to act up. So then it's like I had to suffer through all the months without my back injections. And then I can't get them from my new pain doctor because he has to get the x-rays, he's got to do stuff, and you can't just go into a pain clinic appointment the first time and start demanding shit. It's not how that works here in Kentucky. Because if you do that, you're going to look like a suspect, even though a back thing is totally reasonable. So then it's like, I can't lay down, I can't sit up. Speaking of which, let me see. Let me lay on my back. It might be up. And I went from like 210 to 194. Yeah, this is okay, so I can sleep like this. But the reason I wake up in a lot of pain is because I go like this. I move a lot when I sleep. If you watch my stream when I'm asleep, I'll keep the light on like that, and you'll just see how much I move. But I kind of got to sleep like this, but then I move over, so I'm sleeping like this with all the weight on my left side. And so everything is like an extreme struggle, and then my heart's been hurting. It's like my body's just dying, just breaking down. Because you can feel the shit. Because I think a lot of people forget that you can only take so much. No matter what somebody says it's good or bad or whatever, people have limits. And eventually you just die. You just succumb. It's called succumbing, and my body right now is succumbing. And it's not like the body's weak or the flesh is willing, but the spirit is strong, but the flesh is weak or whatever. It's not like that. It's just reality. And because I should have made it past 3, 4, 5, or 6. I was gonna check out then. And but this feels so much better on my back, so hopefully this will help. But then I haven't had my Vibrant in like 2 weeks for my other bipolar medicine, so my bipolar's been out of control. I basically slept on the couch and a little bit on the bed recently for 2 weeks straight. And that's time that could have been on Twitch, or I could have been working on my GoFundMe and this and that, but it's like, it's been 2 years and I've only gotten 50 donations on my GoFundMe, but there's so many of them. And but like it's not even a lot. It's just enough to get stuff taken care of, and then I know eventually I can get on the disability and I'll get up to a year of back pay. And that right there will get me on track financially, but it's like, well, if I get evicted before that, then everything I did doesn't mean shit. it's like one of the things. Well, if this happened, my life's over, effectively. Because forget about money and material things. We're all doing something either for somebody we love as a human or an animal, or for God, whatever, or even for yourself. We all have some purpose-based thing that we're actually striving to have stability financially and everything like that. We all have a reason and something that has got us on a path of this is going to be worth the struggle or the studying or whatever. And and my dad said, if you got your health, you got everything, son. And I ain't never had my health. And and so I am leaving it in God's hands, but at the same time, I'm trying to do my part to get stuff taken care of. And but yeah, if you could just, I wouldn't even worry about donating. I mean, you can if you could donate like I think $5 is the minimum. If you could just like all donate like $5, just so it can like have some more numbers on there. People generally will. I don't know if it makes the um, my campaign show up like in more like quicker things or whatever, but and I sent a message to GoFundMe on Twitter to see if I could get my thing sponsored or whatever, and I'll have to figure it out. I'll call them, I think, but um, and a lot of my GoFundMe posts that I put up there, they get like 200 views or whatever, and like 5 or 6 reposts, which is all great. But if there's not any income coming in until I get my stuff sorted, because I got a plan I'm working towards. It's not like I'm just sitting here just being like, oh, I'm sick, donate so I can do this and that. Like, no. There's I'm working towards something, and I've been trying to get on disability for 9 years, almost a decade. Just think about that for a minute. And so uh, it was like everything that I'm trying to do is working against me. Like my car broke down. Now my neighbor offered to fix my car for free. That's one thing I wanted to update y'all on, which is great. Um, and they had taken me up to they're a couple. One of them took me up to my Walgreens to get my medicine. But then my Vibrid needs a PA and my eye drops ain't ready. And I haven't had my allergy medicine in like 2 months because I kept trying to make an appointment with my allergy doctor and it kept like I couldn't reach nobody. I couldn't do it online. It was just being really janky. And then my clothes were all so dirty and stuff and laundry. That's why I took it all off. That all that dust and debris and all that shit is making my skin's been itching real terrible. My eyes have been extremely itchy, and putting water in it does nothing. And I was taking like 0.1% of eye drop medicine. Oh, Joker, hardly. Quit doing all that. I don't know what y'all thought y'all heard, but I don't have nothing to do with stuff like that. But uh, so then my eyes and my skin's miserable, and I worked up until I couldn't no more. Then I went on a leave of absence, and then I wasn't healing right from the brain surgery and the not the chemo, but the brain surgery and the radiation, because it's literally radiation that you're pointing at your body. And if I show you all the side effects of just that alone, and the stress of like, okay, I could end up like deaf and blind in one ear, or a vegetable, or blind in one eye, or like a permanent face droop, or whatever. And then you have a surgery, then you need a surgery for the surgery, and then a procedure for the procedure. And and the entire time that I was working and stuff, I've been working with my lawyer. My Medina actually recommended him to me, which is great. Um, but I've been working with him throughout everything to get, because it's like he's basically like, "Are you working? Are you not working?" I said, "I'm working right now. I'm working until I don't drop dead almost, but so I'm going to push it to the max limit to 99%, but I'm not going to go 100% because I don't want to die." And I can't even walk hardly from here to the bathroom without almost getting so exhausted and my back just getting really bad. Because when your back is really screwed up, you don't realize how much um, work that your back muscles and everything are doing. And but I'm always gonna pick up the babies and love on them because they deserve the best life. Speaking of a baby, hi pretty girl, what's up, mommy? Hi. But they haven't left my side. Harley's been laying back there, literally daddy watching. Her's checking on her's daddy because her's baby girl too. Here's the prettiest girl, the most honey bun. My girl. Yeah. I thank God for them every day, man. If nothing else, my life struggle was worth getting my mom saved and home with the Lord, and we made peace, and because it's a process. Because when you don't do your part of God's commandments, then you're making it hard on somebody else that might be trying to do the right thing, and because that happens often. Like a lot of parents will, the parents and the kid will make peace, and then they die soon after, or like somebody will wait to die until like somebody in particular comes, and then it's like they die like right after or something. So this is all very real. Um, but just to finish, I was talking to my psychiatrist, and I told her like, she's like, well, you can, you're laying down a lot, and that's understandable given the circumstance. But are you, getting outside and walking around, and then, and so I told her that, basically, sometimes I go across the street because since I don't have my car, I got to get food and stuff from over there. Whereas I would go to Kroger and get everything and not have to go over there. But just standing on the side of the pavement or whatever before you walk over more than like a minute or two, my back is like gone in agony. And like I need the back shots. I guess there will be a back shot. I need the shots in my back, and I don't have them. So it's like another instance of, well, I need this, but I don't have it, and there's no way else that I can do it to get it. So when you know you've done everything you possibly can do in your situation to make it through, if it doesn't, something happens that you've done everything and you don't have any alternative, then you ain't got nothing to be ashamed of, and you don't need nobody to tell you nothing about, you know, this or that, like because you've lived it, and like they say, seeing is believing, and but I basically told her like, the worst case scenario does happen, I'm right back to where I started, homeless again, and this and that. And so now it's like I gotta find a different place for me and the cats, and it's just like it's taken me my whole life to get here. I've been here 8 years by the grace of God, thank you God, and it would just seem really cruel to be like, yeah, you finally made it, and then like you get Game of Thrones, like that's the worst feeling in the world. So one thing I gotta understand is I worked my whole life. I've worked since I was a kid. I was mowing lawns and selling lemonade. I was making a bunch of money. I worked my whole life since a kid. I'm not a bum. I'm not a quitter. I'm not none of that stuff. So if that's what you think, you're ignorant. Only reason I'm not working is because that woman um, caused a wreck and almost killed me. And that's why I got the brain disease and all that. And I was on my way to work. Like, come on, y'all. What are you talking about? Stop insulting me. Stop leaving ignorant ass comments. I got all my tax papers, my IRS W-2s. So if you want to start saying ignorant shit, then I'll put correction on you. And if you still want to say ignorant shit, then you're just a bum. Like, why do you waste your time leaving a negative comment that has nothing to do with the video a lot of times anyway, but then it's got no substance. Like, being negative has no substance. Misery loves company. So if you just want to be miserable and you just wait for me or whoever to post the video, that's fine. I still pray for you. I still love you, but I'm not gonna entertain it. I've only ever deleted like one comment that somebody left, and they were like, "Dude, using your YouTube to talk about mental health stuff is not the place. Like, go talk to a mental health professional." Dude, I've been in the mental health field since I was a kid. Shut the fuck up. And I can talk about what I want to talk about anyway. You wouldn't say the shit to my face, okay? And on top of that, if that's the case, then with that logic, nobody should be talking about anything on YouTube. Everybody should just be quiet, right? Y'all niggas is goofy. But when people say shit like that, I'm just gonna assume you're a 10-year-old. You're 10. Everybody's 10. Because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And if you're 40, you got the mind of a 10-year-old. So you need to grow up and do better. Stop talking ignorant shit. I don't talk ignorant shit. If I ain't experienced it, then I don't talk about it. I don't talk about women's stuff really because I don't know women's stuff, except like relationship wise and stuff from a guy's perspective. But I don't talk about girl stuff that I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Because all I'm gonna do is piss off and insult a woman that's lived it, and vice versa. But um, she's like, "Can you get around and move around?" And I said, "No, everything's completely shot, and my body's just like done, like it can't do no more. There's a limit." Like Alfred says to Batman in The Dark Knight, he says, "Know your limits, Master Wayne. Know your limits, Master Wayne." Batman has no limits. And then what happened? He lost Rachel, and the Joker beat him, and this and that, and then he realized he does have limits. So at a certain point, you got to look at something for what it is. Sometimes you do hit the limit point. And if you did everything you can do, especially something like a wreck or a shooting or anything that's like where you almost die, that's an accident. Like somebody shooting in the woods and somehow the bullet travels like through the woods at 1,000 miles per hour and like hits you in the like neck or something and barely misses the carotid artery, like here or whatever. Like that's not your fault. It's a freak accident. That's out of your control. So if it's out of your control, just get through the struggle, but don't let it make it seem like it's your fault because it ain't. Um, um, and I was like, basically, I'd rather rather be dead than to be like this, because this ain't living. This is just existing in torment. And but I'm praying all the time and stuff. I think it says pray incessantly without pause. I think that's what it says. But me and God ain't we ain't in a good we ain't in a good place. But that's a relationship. And then it's like God knows my struggle and everything, and He knows like I need help to a point, and then I can take care of myself. But I can't make the judge make my appointment tomorrow for my hearing, and then make the people at the government get my back pay the next day. Like, I can't make that happen. The shit's out of my control. The fuck you mean? You can't tell no court to do nothing. They do it when they do it. Because there's murders and kid hurt and all this stuff that people are doing that's way more important that they got to prioritize. Is that a word? I don't know. But then she said, well, are you suicidal or this or that? I said, no. It's just that going home with the Lord, which is really, because you can't kill nobody. You either go to heaven or hell. We got souls. You can't kill nobody. You can kill the body, but you can't kill the soul or the spirit. Because then ironically, people say, oh, well, you'll go to a place forever. It's like, yeah, you will. But you need to get saved and go to heaven. Because it is forever. But I know for a fact that God has a plan for me, and I feel like it's a good plan that might be unique. I don't like saying special. I think it's a unique plan to give God the glory, period, and all the worship and praise to Him, because He's worthy. All good things come from God, but and I had a very close friend of mine say that they were in the same state I was, like they would rather be dead than be in the state that they're in with all the pain and this and that. And we're human, we're not robots. We all have limits. We all have a breaking point. I've had thousands of breaking points. But then she said, well, are you suicidal or anything? I said, no. No, it's just the how I feel. It ain't like, oh, I know if this happens, I'm going to do this. It's like, no. Like if my husband divorces me or wife divorces me, I'm going to boil myself in the hot water until I cook or whatever, like, and take myself out. That's knowing something. But if you're explaining how you feel, there ain't nothing wrong with how you feel. Because sometimes Joker don't feel like playing with his baby. Get it, you know. Get it, Jokey. Hit that ball. Get it. Mike Tyson. I'm for Wolfie. I'm for Wolfie. Take that paw, son. Take it. I'm from New York. I'm raw. My name's Mike Tyson. I got a lisp. And I love Biff T. Yeah. I'm the world's heavyweight champion at 20. With their primitive boxing skills. It's so funny. It's hilarious. I bet you won't say that like in my face like Eddie Murphy did at the movies, the Academy Awards. I'm gonna hit you with a paw that you can't refuse. Hit it, you know. Bow. Finish him. Superb. The Joker wins. Paulus victory. Good job, Eno. Good job, Mel. You did good. You did real good, Eno. You did real good. You did real good. That just made my whole week. Baby. Daddy loves you. Because you're my baby, Joker. Yeah, you're my baby. I love you, son. I know. You got daddy. That's on baby. That's on baby. Yeah, you know. We got baby girl. We got baby girl. But I just want to say, y'all mental health people need to listen to what people are saying and actually hear and stop getting triggered. Like, oh, they said the S word and I got to do, like, no, you're actually making it worse. You need to slow your roll and actually listen. That's why people don't be making it, because y'all niggas ain't listening. Y'all ain't listening to what people are saying. Don't nobody want to be up in that bitch. You know? Talking about they touch me in the no-no place all the time when I was little, or this or that, or whatever. And but again, when you're a kid, it's out of your control. And I've been getting real close to the Lord and back on track, but I had to realize that only one that's ever lived that's perfect is Jesus. And to try to sit there and do every little thing from a Bible perspective as a devout Christian and stuff, it's not possible. And the reason I cuss so much is because of it's like a lot of it's getting angst and pain out of my system, and I can't just do that with like talking normal. Because somebody keeps poking you, you say, hey, stop, will you please stop poking me, stop poking me, stop poking me. Eventually, we're gonna, clock out, and our verbiage is gonna change. That's just how we are. Because you can say, oh, I'd never raise my voice at my kid or my wife or husband or my granny or whoever or my best friend. But then some really crazy circumstances happen. And the next thing you know, you done cussed them out, called them every name in the book and this and that. And now you feel like, oh, I'm not a real Christian or whatever, or I'm the worst person ever because I lied or whatever. And that was part of our agreement being married, because I know their history or whatever. But then you got to be like, hey, I'm not Jesus. Jesus is Jesus. God is God. The Holy Spirit's the Holy Spirit. It's impossible for us to be anything near perfect. That's no excuse to just like go crazy and get lukewarm and just like go buck wild. Let me check this audio. Mic check. Checking the mic. Mikey mic. What the hell is going on? Is the mic off? Or it might not be. Hold on a second. Might not be up enough. Oops. Let's try it now. Yeah, it wasn't up enough. But especially stuff when you were a kid, just remind yourself or put a note up that like the stuff you're struggling with, intrusive thoughts and all that, it's not got nothing to do with anything you did. It was something that happened that was out of your control. And so I think that'll give you a lot of peace. But we should pick up our cross daily and, be as close to a follower with fear and trembling that we can be. And then also be a little nicer to ourselves on the times that we mess up. Thank you to, because see, that's how long it's since I've been on. 8 days ago I had this person, Fennec Law, thank you for following. Grant 96, Abercon, Ryan, and Hisham Shafel. So shout out to them for following, for sure.
Grant _96 just followed.
And just so you know, when people do follow, especially on here, I always acknowledge people, and I forget to try to get names because sometimes I've noticed a lot of people will join or follow or whatever, and then they'll basically kind of get back later type of thing. And then there's other people that, why can't I click on this? What the hell is going on with this thing? This is really pissing me off. But there's other times where, no, not my bank. There's other times where, what was I talking about? There's other times where what? I think I forgot what I was trying to say. I don't know. Oh, there's other times where they'll be like, hey, I've been watching you, but they're not like a follower or nothing, which kind of confuses me. And that's exactly why I say, hey, if you hop in, just introduce yourself so I can interact with you, because I can't, like, it'll say like 3 new viewers and then nobody says anything. And so, like, I'm talking to myself. And I'm disabled with all that stuff and everything, so I'm not, I can't operate the same way that most people operate, because I'm not like a lot of, a good amount of streamers. It doesn't hurt when they talk excruciatingly, right? And so sometimes, like right now, if I'm feeling okay enough, I'll talk. But see, I got my gabapentin, but I still don't have my vibrate, so I've been having to mentally get through it. And then my insurance lapsed a week ago, and I got a ride up to the, finally got a ride up to the, to get my medicine. And then my insurance lapsed, so I couldn't get anything. So these are not a good set of circumstances to be in on a daily basis. And no, not that. So yeah, what the fuck is this thing doing? I was getting really irritated earlier. I was up and down arrow. I don't want that. Let's do those two. Home and page up. Yeah, that's perfect. And then what is this other one? Oh. I think it's good now. No. But see, that's the kind of great doctor that I have, that she actually listens. And when a patient's looking right at you, talking to you, unlike when I make videos, then they're looking to see if you're actually listening or not, because it matters. Because if you're not focused on what they're saying, then you don't need to be their doctor. You probably don't even need to be a doctor. No, you don't. Because if I was a doctor, there ain't no way in hell I'm not going to do everything I can do to make sure that a patient is that gets through the struggle and makes it to a good point. There ain't no way in hell you can call yourself a good doctor if you just don't give a fuck if somebody isn't around because you were negligent. And then you can't sit there and say, oh, well, we did everything we could. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You're a fucking liar. But that's what psychopathic mindset doctors that are focused on numbers or stats or always doing everything by the book, quote unquote, or whatever. Sometimes you gotta throw the book out the window and see Michael Myers out there to see the horror. Sometimes you gotta look. Sometimes you like to have to look the devil in his eyes to tell him to go fuck himself. But there's a whole lot of doctors that have a God complex and that are completely delusional. Getting some piece of paper don't make you smart. Helping people and getting saved
And knowing God is what makes you smart. School don't mean shit to me. All you need to do is be able to read and write, critical thinking, basic math. Like, who the hell uses division? Who do you see out here getting out books and stuff to do division? Nobody, ever. Except Steve Urkel. And he just got married I think yesterday, or whatever. And then people are like, oh, they picked the wrong one because she's white and he's black, and didn't he have a domestic issue with whoever, and this and that. It's like, well, guess what? My dad did that with my mom and me and everything and everybody. But guess what? That's not how it ended. And so, stop living in the past about what somebody did do and look at what they're doing now. And if they still got the same behavior that they did before, then yeah, throw some salt on them, throw some Morton on them.
But I'll be on Twitch 24/7. I'll just keep the stream going. And like I said, the Cash App's Carnage is with a K. I'm about to look up some places that can help with rent. And my church has helped out with everything. And they said since they paid my LG&E, that was like $300, like 2 months past due. And in Kentucky, it's basically got to be like 3 months past due before you get disconnected. But reason, like I said, I'm always doing stuff, multitasking, so like I missed like 2 weeks of
Trying to get stuff together. And I don't know if I'm going to have another 2 weeks I miss.
from any time, so I'm always having to multitask.
Because if you follow me on WoW stuff, that's why I always give people the community, my Discord, and my Battle.net and all that.
Or my phone number, because people communicate in different ways. And about that kind of thing. So also try to keep that in mind. Because if someone doesn't know what TikTok is, you can't be like, oh, follow me on TikTok, but they know what Facebook is. So you can't just sit there and assume that everybody does the same stuff, because they don't. Like Tom Selleck said, he's never sent a text or an email. So just think about that for a second. How wild that is. Wild and Crazy Kids. Oh wow, that was my show. And that little thing with the temple, yeah, that was so great. That was so great. There's been a lot of bad stuff coming about what was going on, like with the goo and all that. It's crazy. Because people was really not seeing what was going on as much back then, but now they are. So, yeah, if you could just please share my GoFundMe, that would be great. And if you can donate like $5, I would say less than that, but it won't let you. Or if you want to send like $1 on my Cash App, I can just start saying like, hey, thanks to so-and-so for, well, unless you make your thing anonymous, or say that you don't want to have your name put on there. But on the GoFundMe, you can be anonymous, but I don't know about the other stuff.
But what is this? Oh. But yeah, that's why my landlady is always helping me out, because she knows that I'll get it paid some way or another. Because she does this for me all the time to help me out. And I thank God for that, because it could be a whole lot worse. Because most people don't even have that type of, and we ain't never had nothing, like, whatever. She's just a good person with a good heart. So I know God's got me in the right place. It's just that, like, going through this process all the time, not even counting physical health stuff would have been enough, and then my mental health stuff would be enough. And I can't sit here and tell y'all everything that's happened because most of it will get banned off of YouTube, or I'll probably get kicked off YouTube because it's too triggering for the whole system. But yeah. That's why I tell people, you want to leave a stupid ass comment or negative comment, you can do that. I don't give a fuck. I done been through way worse shit than the ignorance you're talking about, because I never paid attention to it anyway. And you're wasting your time, you're wasting my time. But some people are just hateful and love to hate. That's what they're just a hater. They're a natural born hater. Like, I'm a natural born leader, they're a natural born hater. Oh, that was deep. Somebody's heard that before, playing football. Can I at least finish what I'm trying to say before y'all start being like, what did he say? Yeah, what did I say? Because you didn't even let me finish. Let me explain. There's a storm over there. It already killed Fenrir. The siege. What else is over here? Oh, there's a storm over there too. Alright, so I gotta go back to Cali. I'm gonna hop off here. I'm gonna get oh my gosh, I almost said get on the toilet. I don't know what I was thinking of. I'm gonna get on to get other stuff set up with my Facebook groups and other stuff. Follow me on my Facebook page at Carnagious. The other one's Carnagious. I got like 1,000 followers on there, but a little bit over like 1,100. But it's real janky. Like, also, like, people are supposed to follow my main one, and the other one is just like what gets the most things or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, follow me on that if you don't mind. And or if you want to make like a small donation, like $1 or something on Twitch, just anything will, just to get some traction coming off of it, and people being like, oh, let me see if I might be able to help out too or whatever. But that's basically what's been going on. But it took me till today, literally today. It took me 2 weeks to recover and finally be able to get up. Then I needed Pepto-Bismol, and I didn't have that. And I can't, the Bentyl for your pain, that's like for really terrible stomach pain, like a painkiller for your stomach. But it's not the same thing as oh, perfect, he's over here by himself. Oh, did I kill him already? Pip. No, I don't think so. Oh, I'm gonna upload a video with Teddy, what's his name? Teddy Lewis or Cruz, something like that. But he's got the most banginest joint that you ever did here. So check that out. And yeah, he's awesome. It's, like I said in my song, that's God reminding us that we got a soul. Because if that don't hit you, if that don't hit you in your heart, then you're not human. I hate to inform you of that, but I guess you're an alien or something. It's kind of hard to say. Come here, give me the lariat. No, I don't like your kind. Something's got a hold on me lately, and I can't let it go. Automatic, that. Ding, dong. Yeah, let me get this Negro off of me. He's doing too damn much. Only need to kill Pip anyway. Oh, let me grab one of these rock dudes. The stone elemental. That'll work. I was trying to, I think I had something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember what it was. My brain is not working. Dang, what was I trying to say, man? But you know, I'm not a hypocrite. I give all the glory to God, and I'll rock it out to the end. It's just I'm not feeling what this whole process is. Like, this should be the point where things are getting better. Because sometimes God doesn't make something stop. And it may not be years later to we're like, oh. But, can you stop knocking me up? Yeah, get froze. Oh, no, 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 no. Where's my zappy freakazoid? Damn it, where's this zappy gun? Bro, I can't believe I just killed him and I don't got my zappy gun. Oh my gosh. You see what I mean? I'm just not sharp how I normally am. So discombobulated. That's really gonna piss me off. Let me go kill another one of these bums. Earthen Revenant. Yeah, let's grab this guy. Where are all these damn things coming from, bro? My frost mage is dirty. Where'd this Negro come from? Why do y'all keep messing with me, bro? Get up out of my business, dog. You don't even know me like that, cuz. Did you give me the thing? Bro, you know what? Y'all are getting on my damn nerves. See, that's what I'm saying, y'all. I'm getting really irritated because I'm just trying to do simple stuff. Like, I wasn't even doing nothing and this monster came and beat on me. Oh, but a lot of the times people will come in the stream and I'm not like talking about like the game or whatever I'm doing. I'm just talking about whatever. But so if you want to hop in and just kick it like chicken. I don't know what that was supposed to be. It's supposed to be, it's real though. That's all you gotta know. Bruh, stop stunning me, dude. What is wrong with you people? Like, I keep trying to freeze them, and they won't stop not freezing. Alright, bro. Oh my gosh. I'm just trying to do a simple thing. Get out of my face, dog. Get out of my face. Now I got this damn bone. Bro, stop beating on me, dog. Did you just interrupt my zappy gun? Bro, you're really about to piss me off, cuz. You're really about to piss me off. Get frozen. Get like Elsa. You're really getting on my nerves, dude. Like, real talk. Real talk. Bro, you just stunned me again. Yo, can I get my zappy gun? My zap throttle and healer? Item is not ready yet. What the bro, you know what? Forget about it. Just forget it, dude. Why the
does he keep doing that? Oh my gosh, I don't care about that damn pet. This is so retarded. See, this is when the bipolar be coming out, y'all. It's a reaction thing. And then like with the I'm glad it happened like with the bipolar and stuff, I can't control that.
Like, it's just not possible. So I can't beat myself down on that.
But I guess that's the video, y'all. And God is good, God is great, God bless us all and keep us safe. Alright, peace.